Welcome to Dr. Jarrett's Science Shenanigans Teacher Edition. I'm excited for you to be here with me today. I'm excited to share my knowledge of the grade 5 science standards, specifically what the students will need to know and will not need to know to pass their 5th grade science assessment. Do not forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you again. I've been passionate about empowering educators in science education for many years. My dedication to science education also led to my dissertation, which focused on developing impactful lessons for science improvement. Since 2007, I've worked with over 75 schools across Florida, assisting in boosting grade 5 science scores. Together, we're making a difference in how young minds explore and engage with science. I'm so excited about you being here with me today. We are in energy, and this is SC.5.P.10.1. This is part one of a series that deals with all the also assessed as benchmarks for 5P10.1. This benchmark that we're going to talk about today includes 3P10.1 and 4P10.1. I get excited when things align. And in 3rd grade, they would have learned about some basic forms of energy: light, heat, sound, electrical, and mechanical. In 4th grade, they would observe and describe some basic forms of energy, including light, heat, sound, electrical, and energy and motion. And so when we talk about energy and motion, that is going back to the mechanical energy, which is potential and kinetic energy. But they don't call it that in 4th grade. They call it energy of motion. However, in some textbooks, it may still go with the kinetic and potential energy, but I do want to stray you away from using potential and kinetic energy when we're talking about mechanical, because it's not going to ask them about potential and kinetic. It's going to ask them about mechanical. So anything that has the energy of motion is dealing with mechanical energy. Also, we're only going to talk about electrical, chemical, and mechanical within this set of this session that we're doing right here, because there will be a different section that deals with light, heat, sound, and electrical. So we'll just talk about a little bit of the electrical, chemical, and mechanical energy today. um, when we're doing a brief overview with the students, we want to introduce them to what I like to call sea melts. And on Google or whatever search engine you like to use, you may find an anchor chart that says melts, MELTS, and then it has a form of energy right next to it. The problem with that is that it left out chemical, so we put C at the top and call it sea melts. And so that would give us our chemical, mechanical, electrical, light, thermal, which also means heat, and sound. So the students will look at that anchor chart and be able to memorize that to determine the different forms of energy. And also, how does that um, trans I don't want to say transfer, because we're going to get into transfer of energy in a little while with another part. But how does that all go underneath energy? So you have light, heat, sound, electrical, chemical, and mechanical. And so what, even thinking about just my comment before about electrical today, I really think that just pulling chemical and mechanical together for like a day one introduction to energy would be really good with the students. Do another day of light and heat and another day of sound, and then go into the transfer of energy. Also, electrical energy, because we will be talking about circuits, and that deals with electrical. So to help you with breaking this down with the students, would just focus my day one maybe on chemical and mechanical energy, and having the students really talk about what that looks like and sounds like. I hope you understand that 5P10.1 also does not talk about the transfer of energy from one to another. That's a different PowerPoint or a different video that I'll do with you, and it's specific to certain types of energy. When they talk about transformation of energy, it always starts with electrical. And so we'll go back to that in on one of the other videos that you'll see. Wait, let me break that down. Hold on, let's go back. Transfer of energy does not always start with electrical, but for the benchmarks for the fifth grade students, they are starting with electrical. So let me clear that up. When we are talking with the students, we want to make sure that they understand the C melts and that they understand fully the vocabulary, which includes our investigate, describe, and observe. So they have to do those three different things when dealing with the benchmarks. You also want to make sure that you stay within the item specs when you give them any type of test questions, and making sure that when you're just asking them to describe a basic form of energy, that you're not talking about transferring energy from one energy to the next. Also, talking to them about what is energy, and energy cannot be created nor destroyed, and there are different forms of energy. So that's what this benchmark is discussing, and part two will go into the next part of this benchmark. Thank you so much again for watching this session. The book, Unveiling the Power of Impactful Science Instruction, is available on Amazon, and it is a glimpse into my dissertation investigating the improvement in science achievement among fifth grade science students when using the instructional model.